If you're one of the many people that just don't want to play with trap skills, this build's for you. Here's my Shadow and Cold Speed Dungeon Shatter build. You freeze everything, then shatter it with Shadow Imbuement. With this build, you're looking to farm Nightmare dungeons 3 to 4 levels above your current level for peak efficiency. This build excels in speed farming content around your level and is primarily focused on XP grinding. I plan on using this build with my character all the way to level 100. Alright guys, let's go through the skill tree here. We have Puncture into Fundamental Puncture as always. We have our Twisted Blades into Improved Twisted Blades this time. With Advanced Twisted Blades getting nerfed this low, the cooldown reduction isn't as noticeable on these speed dungeons. You can kind of notice it in more difficult dungeons where the monsters survive a bit longer and you can land more hits. But for now, we're going to pick up this for the days, which procs our trick attacks and our concussive. We have Sturdy into Siphoning Strikes, just 1 point to get into Siphoning Strikes here. Stutter Step for more movement speed, 1 extra point weapon mastery. Our Shadow Step, this time into Discipline Shadow Step. With Advanced Twisting Blades, not reducing all of our cooldowns all the time, shorter Shadow Step cooldown is really nice. I've been running this for the past 2 days. I'm not missing the stun at all. Having a shorter cooldown, mine is actually a 4-second cooldown right now because base is 7 seconds with my cooldown reduction, and it just feels really smooth. We're picking up our dash into Discipline Dash. This works well with our trick attacks again and our concussive proccing daze and just mobility. We are picking up Exploit with 3 bonus points from our amulet. Really trying to lean into that increased damage to healthy targets. This scales really well, and it really helps clear out in one go those weak enemies. Just trying to make one clean sweep and take everything out. We're picking up our Malice. Big increase in our vulnerable damage is nice. Shadow Imbuement into Blighted Shadow Imbuement. The big explosions, everything dies. And then when everything dies, you get a big boost to your energy. Cold Imbuement is just a nice easy pickup. It works well with Shadow Imbuement. This works on the more difficult enemies and what you use in the downtime. You alternate between your imbuments here, but it does do a little bit more damage single target to those more difficult enemies. The Shadow Imbuements for the big explosion, and this just kind of chills everything for our Frigid Finesse, and they do hit a bit harder. We're picking up our Innervation for more energy, and Adrenaline Rush for more energy, Haste for speed, Momentum we are picking up for energy and speed. Alright guys, let's go over the aspects for the build. We have the aspect of Might on our helmet for more damage reduction. We have the aspect of Disobedience on our chest for more armor. I'm running the increased damage while I have a barrier on my gloves, because I have the Temerity pants. If I did not have these pants, I would run the Mangler's aspect on my gloves and the Protector's aspect on my pants. I'm also running the Penitent Greaves unique boots, which chills the ground as I'm walking and chills everything around me. If I did not have these boots, I would run the Ravager's aspect. We have the Blade Dancer's aspect on our two-handed bow, really trying to make our Twisted Blades hit really hard. Accelerating aspect on our amulet, because attack speed still feels really nice for this build. This is a new one. We have the Unstable Imbuements. This makes it so when you use your Shadow Imbuement or your Cold Imbuement, it'll do a explosion around you, applying that imbuement to everything around you, which gives you 3 applications of each imbuement then. It's very nice for being able to spread your imbuement. We have the Umbral aspect on our ring. This is really good for our recovery. If you don't have this, because this is a rare aspect, I would run the Ravenous aspect, which increases your energy after killing a vulnerable target. We have the Edgemaster's aspect on our first weapon, and the Icy Alchemist aspect on our second weapon. This gives your Shadow Imbuement a chance to spread chill. So if it explodes and it's a chilled target, which you're going to be chilling everything, it's got a chance to spread that chill, and it's another explosion. Alright guys, well that's the build. The general idea is to get your shadow imbuement on as many targets as possible. Remember that the imbuments are also applied on the returning and revolving blades, so make sure you use all of the mobility you have as a rogue to sweep your imbuments and hit as many targets as you can. And with that, that's the end of the guide. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you want to see it live in action, stop by my live stream. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Catch you guys next time.